For a while, my coping mechanism was not a good one. I did self-harm. I get so low in my depression, I feel like I can't feel anything, and it's me wanting to feel something. My name is Jessica Edney. Now, it was Gibbons. I live in Fort Hood, Texas, and I'm 29 years old. I have 3 kids, ages 10, 8, and 6. Currently, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I do crafts, like I do custom painted shoes, and I sell those, but that's really about it. So I just stay home with kids. I'm actually one of 13, but I only grew up with my sister, my older sister, and we lived with my grandma. My uncle was married to my aunt, who was my mom's sister, so he wasn't like related to us, but he was my uncle technically. I was 14 when that happened, and it only happened once, and then I found out that my younger cousin, it had been going on with her, and that was his stepdaughter. He decided he wanted to show me how to pleasure myself, and took me into the back room, made me lay down on an old couch, and he never went inside of my clothes, but I was wearing a skirt at the time. It was a skirt, I guess, had the shorts underneath, and started rubbing down there. I don't know if I'm allowed to say like technical terms, but and then he would walk away to let me do what I wanted to do to myself, which at the time I didn't do anything. I kind of just didn't know what to do, so I just laid there until he would come back, and then he eventually moved up to like he was gonna unbutton my skirt, and that's when I like really freaked out and yelled for him to stop. So he only ever touched me above my clothes. What he did to my cousin was a lot worse, which is why when she told me what was happening with her, I decided that we were going to come forward with what happened. The next day, they took us to, I think it was the CPS office in Lampasas or Belton. I can't remember which one it was for that, where they talked to us. They showed us little dolls that like we had to point out where we were touched or what had happened to us. And then we went to the other CPS place where we sat and waited for them to arrest him. So it all happened really quickly once we told them what happened. I think we waited a total of 2 days before he was in jail. He got 50 years with a chance of parole in 25. So he had been a repeat offender, so I think that's why it was such a harsh one. For a while, my coping mechanism was not a good one. I did self-harm. I don't, I guess, go deep. It's just the feeling. Prior to that, I would get, anytime I felt that urge, I would get a tattoo instead. I get so low in my depression, I feel like I can't feel anything, and it's me wanting to feel something. Life moves on, and you can trust people. You don't have to assume everyone's out there to get you. So that's my main message. Is it sounds kind of lame, but life does move on.